How's it going, guys, and welcome back to another episode of the AFC Wimbledon Road to Glory Career Mode. This is going to be episode number 20 of this series, and before we do get into anything, I want to thank you guys for all the support that you did give on the last episode. We managed to get over 90 likes, which is insane. We've been doing that over the past 3 episodes. And if we can get anything close to that again, that would be absolutely awesome. But we are going to be starting off today's episode with the game here against Peterborough United, of course, in Football League 1. And in the last episode, we did end off the episode pretty badly with a loss against Colchester. And now we're going into this one. We're still sticking with the same lineup. We're having faith in the same players, hoping that that was just a bit of a blip where we lost to Colchester and we can pull it out of the bag in this game against Peterborough. I believe we're currently 15th in the league table with 1 win and 1 loss from our first 2 games, so not really the best start to this season, especially if we are gunning for promotion, which I'm sure we are. We want to get promoted to the championship in this season. On top of that, having to deal with the rain, I'm also a little bit rusty. I haven't played FIFA in a few days actually, so it's going to take a little while to get into the game, I think. And Roy Silva, I think we're going to be relying on him a lot in this game to keep me in it. And now out to Armstrong again, trying to find a Yama inside it. And I think he's onside. He is. No, he's not. Yep, troll me. Troll me like that again. I dare you. Why would they do that? Why would they not just pull it back instead of making me think I was through on goal? And then they just, when I have the shot, they just say, yep, you're offside. Sorry about that. Good little pass inside. And we're going to try and release Armstrong here, who's done very well. He's gone through on goal and had a shot. And finally, Armstrong, after about 3 games, has scored his first goal for AFC Wimbledon. That came out of completely nothing from a goal kick. And it was a really good pass into him there, I think, by Billy King once again. And the finish was just absolutely exquisite. Hopefully, that is going to be the first of many to come. And again, they've got another corner. It's ridiculous. Hopefully, we don't concede from this. That is just too close. We cannot give them that much space. They could have scored from that, and they've got another corner, I think. And yes, indeed, they do. They've had 8 shots on target, or 8 shots in total anyway. And they get this cross into the middle. And we've just about cleared it away. And now it's Armstrong on the break here. We're going to pass this one off. And again, Baxendale's going to try and find Armstrong. And does very, very well to find him. Can we score from this? Oh, it's just a tight angle. But Alnwick made a good save. But now we have a corner ourselves for the first time in this game, I believe. And I'm not really sure what we can create from this. We whip it into the middle. And it's Parks who gets his first goal in an AFC Wimbledon shirt. It's a tale of players getting their first goal for the club, and now it's Tom Parks that joins the club, and it's a very, very good header there. Corners don't seem to be that good this year, but that is certainly a good header by Tom Parks. And again, the goalkeeper's up for this one actually from this corner, and they whip it in, and now we can go on the break here. It's a good opportunity. King's getting it forward, and there you have it. This should be 3-0. We've got to keep on going now. I'm not messing this up. I'm going all the way, and I'm just going to tap it in because I've had so many opportunities in those sort of circumstances, and so many times I've messed it, and I've messed it up. That's what I'm trying to say. I've made a fool of myself, but not this time. Adam Armstrong gets his second goal of the game, and that's probably the easiest one he's going to score. That's more like it. We end up winning 3-0 in this game. And Armstrong finally proving why I did pay over $1 million for him in total valuation. And he really did do well in this match, getting himself a brace. And also Tom Parks getting himself on the score sheet. Overall impressive performance. Again, we're relying on Roy Silva quite a lot. But I think we still did well to keep out Peterborough. All of their various attacks they did have. Duncan Watmore being the player. Obviously, he's only got 11 months remaining on his contract. He's a future first team player. We can get this guy for cheap for sure. I could offer a player in a swap deal, and that's usually what I end up doing. And I feel like that's a good way to sign players because obviously he's on $4 a week and that is a lot of money to be paying. I will make a straight cash bid though. I won't put any player as part of the deal. I'll put in a 300,000 offer, and we'll have to wait and see what Sunderland do say about this one. Someone also suggested that I go in for Carlos Blanco as a centre-back option from Juventus. I don't really need another centre-back right now, but in the future, this guy could be a very good option. The issue with this guy is that he could be very expensive. Although his wages are quite low, I've got a feeling this guy's about 70 rated, and at the age of 19, they're not going to want to let him go for a small figure. That's what I'm trying to say. This is probably all that I have to offer to Union Española right now. 380,000. And we will have to submit this and see what ends up happening. Another person suggested that I should go in for Brandon Barker, but I've got a feeling this guy's going to be a bit too expensive on the wages. Even as a loan deal, I don't really see this being a deal that's worth it. Maybe next season, though, we can go in for him, much like the centre-back deal. We do have another training session here, though, and one where we're going to be training Armstrong twice. We've got Billy King in there as well. And we do end up getting some good results in that one. We do see there that we see Tunga going up to a 62, almost a 63. And he really has been growing fantastically. Like I said, he starts off at a 48. And already within just over a season, he's a 62. We do have a transfer offer accepted though, and it is going to be from Nottingham Forest for Tyler Walker. This guy does seem a little bit expensive. Yes, I know. He's only going to be backup as well, and I also know that. He's only demanding £50 extra a week though. He's on £2 grand a week. This guy could be very good backup. I'm going to give him the same contract pretty much that he is on at Nottingham Forest. We will give him a 5-year deal. And we will have to wait and see what he says about this one. We now have a game here against Reading in the Capital One Cup, second round. I'm going to go ahead and sim this match though. And I know a lot of people are against me simming, but I will be simming this game anyway. I know that sounds a bit arrogant, but we need to sim this game. We want to get through the transfer window. We want to make a few more signings if we can. And to do that, we do need to sim this game. Hopefully we can get a good result in this game. Maybe a win would be nice. And we'll have to wait and see what we get. And we will skip. And we end up winning 5-4 on penalties, so that is a very lucky result. A lucky sim, because we could have easily lost that game. Hansen was the one that got the equaliser, and Reeves also got on the score sheet. I'm not really too sure if we will be able to sign this guy now. I've got a feeling, you know, I've got a feeling deep down inside he's probably going to go to MK Dons, because that's just how it's like in this series. All of the players we're going in for, MK Don seems to be going in for. Tyler Walker has finally accepted his deal, and by the looks of things, looking at his valuation, we've got a bit of a bargain here. Nottingham Forest, I think they've been mugged off a little bit. So looking at Tyler Walker, he's only 62 overall, but bear in mind, he's only 19. And looking at his stats, he's got some really, really good stats, to be fair. Very, very nice sprint speed and agility there. 85 on both of them. Decent balance, his strength, yeah, that's not really great, but I've got a feeling this guy's going to be more of an impact sub. Main thing is we got him for under his valuation as well, so that's going to be a very good signing for the future. Again, we're making a lot of signings for the future, and I'm sure he's going to be a big part of it. I said it, didn't I? I said MK Dons were going in for him, and I wasn't lying. They are. Look, they've signed him. The little buggers, they've signed him. They also signed that other midfielder I was going in for, John Swift. They signed him as well when I was going in for him. But now we have the next game here against Leyton Orient, obviously in Football League 1. This will be a very interesting game. I believe they ended up getting promoted with us. I could be wrong. But either way, we are coming up against them, and we are going with the same side. We're sticking with it. We won the last match with that side, so there's no reason to change anything. We played really well in that last game, obviously against Peterborough. We ended up getting a 3-0 result. Hopefully we can continue to get good results in this one. And if we can go ahead and maybe get another win, that would be very nice. Playing it off here from the free kick to King. And what a shot that is, and what a goal by Billy King. Shooting it into the top right corner there. That is a wonder strike. And all of this just stemmed from a free kick that I thought wouldn't go to anything. It's a nice little layoff. And then a first time shot. Or not a first time shot. He had a little bit of time on the ball there before he had the shot. And then it's an absolute wonder strike. Look at that. That's a peach of a goal. That really is lovely. And it's Billy King again in fantastic form. Through to James Bree. Who's going to find the pass inside to Billy King again. Turning his man and going through here. We're going to go for a shot at the end of it. But Dunn got back there well to intercept. And now they get this one out wide just after half time. They get the cross in and it's a free header. And he really should have done better there. I don't know where the tracking was from the defence though. And they go forward here, having made the tackle. And they get this one out wide and have a shot. And again, another miss. That should have been another goal for them. They could have been 2-1 up by now. That's a brilliant opportunity. Not even put on target. No! No way! Oh no, that was famous last words. Very close to being that. You look at that, oh my. Roy Silva really coming up big there. What on earth was I thinking with that pass? Gonna get it over the top. Pacini with a lovely weighted pass here to Francoum, getting it inside. And it's Walker that gets himself his first goal. And that is, wow, I just got put off there by the voice crack from whoever that was. Martin Smith or Alan Tyler, I don't know. Yeah, obviously I was joking, but still, Pacini with a lovely weighted pass, and then Francoum getting it inside, and Walker couldn't miss from there, getting himself his first goal off the bench, and it's good to see that he's got his first goal for the club. So we end up getting a 2-0 result from that game, and it's good to see that we ended up getting another win, another clean sheet as well, and more 3 points in the bag in this episode. So here we see we are going into transfer deadline day, looking at our budget and what we've got to spend. Not really the best, to be honest, and most likely I probably will end up saving this for pre-contracts when we do end up getting to the January transfer window. But you never know, something could happen on deadline day, and we'll have to wait and see what does happen here in the final 10 hours of the summer transfer window. I'm surprised Alaba didn't end up going to Juventus instead, like he does in every other career mode, it seems. Not this one though, he's gone to Atletico Madrid. That is the end of deadline day though. Nothing happened, and it seems like that because we end up doing a lot of our business early on. We though have arguably spent the most. We have signed a lot of players, and we have spent 1.9 million in total. We've seen Pilbeam, Gallagher, Wilson, Elliott and Meads leave the club, so that is a bit of a shame, especially Meads. He could have been good in the future, but we've got to let those guys go because we ended up bringing in some very, very good players. Right, guys, so this is going to be the end of this episode of the AFC Wimbledon Road to Glory Career Mode. And if you have enjoyed this episode of this career mode, make sure you leave a like on the video and subscribe if you haven't already. Obviously, in this episode, we ended up finishing off the summer transfer window. We had some very good results in this game. We were unbeaten in this episode, actually, and we ended up winning in that Capital One Cup game as well. We ended up making a lot of signings as well. A lot of them were pre-contracts, but we ended up, of course, signing Adam Armstrong. Arguably the biggest transfer of the whole window. Who do you think was the best signing? Let me know in the comments down below. And apart from that, guys, I'm going to have to leave it there. And I'll see you next time for another video. Thanks for watching.